Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop quick tip. Today we're going to have a fun one. We're going to be doing seamless Instagram posts today and how to automate this and do this into Photoshop. It's incredibly easy to do, and once you have the technique down, you can then make seamless photos, split them in 2 by 3 by 4 by 9, however you want to do. You're limited by your creativity. So first thing we're going to cover is a little bit about Instagram. For those of you that don't know, Instagram supports 3 different types of resolutions or ratios. Okay, there's classic landscape, which everybody's familiar with, the square, which is of course the 1-to-1 ratio, and then the portrait, which is the largest of the 3, which is a ratio of 4 by 5. Okay, and these are the pixels across 1080 by 1350 for the portrait. Okay, so we're going to use that information today to work with our photos in Photoshop, and we can refer back to this anytime we wish. So jumping back to our photo, okay, we now armed with that, we have to get our image first off in the ratio we want. Now I said I want this to be in the 4 by 5 ratio, which is the portrait mode, but I want it in 2 pictures, right? So I'm going to have to crop this thing, and I'm going to select the crop tool, and I'm going to turn around and set the ratio. I'm going to clear the ratio here, and I'm going to type in my own values, and because I want a ratio of 16 and by 10, and you'll see that will give us, right, a ratio of 16 by 10 will give us a ratio of the 4 to 5. Okay, so when we split this image, we'll have the correct ratio. So we say, okay, that looks good, and we hit the checkbox, and now we have cropped our image accordingly. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about that ratio thing or how things are going to fit. If we split it, everything's going to work just perfect. All right, so our next step is we're going to go use what's called the slice tool. And sometimes, depending on what version of Photoshop, it may be here on your toolbar for you, or it may not. In my case, it's hidden under these 3 elliptical dots, and then I have to come down and do the slice tool there. Okay? So once I select it, then I'm just going to turn around and draw around. I'm going to do that a little bit better. Command Z. I'm going to take and select the image, and that's a much better job. So I have the whole image selected as a slice. Okay, now that's the easy part. Now we right click with the mouse, and we're going to say divide the slice, and we're going to say divide it. We could divide it horizontally and vertically. So if I turn around and went vertically in that, you can see now I have 4 images, right? But we don't want that. We just want to slice this in half, and so by 2 across, and then we hit there. So now we have our image slice 1. You can look in the upper left, you could see that we are slice 1 and slice 2. Okay, and believe it or not, we're almost done. So now all we need to do is tell Photoshop to save these as 2 separate images instead of 1. So we're going to go up to File, and we're going to go to Export, and you're going to go Export Save for Web. That's very important. Do not do the Save As or just the Export As. Do not do those, because for some reason they don't work well with slices. So go to Save for Web, and when that box opens up, we're going to save it as a JPEG. We're going to give it 100% quality, and we're going to save it as sRGB because we are going into the web color space. And now the dimensions, we can turn around and do this automatically. We're just going to downsize it. Remember, we had those charts, right? 1350. Those were the resolutions. So we're setting that resolution there, okay, being optimized for that at 100% quality. And again, if you forgot what we were doing, all right, let me go ahead and hit save. And now I'm just going to save it into the my desktop here, and boom. And so now they're saved. So just remember what we're doing here. We're taking our dimensions from here and then just applying them to when we do the save as. All right. So now all we need to do now is go to where we saved them. And here is our save demo area we had and the images that we've had. And we have the first image here, okay, which is this. And if we go to the second image, we can see right there. So we have both the split and that all done seamlessly within it. Okay, so we're ready to go. Now all I need all to do is take these two pictures and simply upload them to Instagram and upload them into the system. And it's just that simple. I'll show you here a quick run through on Instagram how it looks. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it. Till next week, you guys take care.